guys been talking about connections at all when you're reading a story? The different types of connections? So, what we're going to do...
Let me hold it.
No? You know what? It'll stay. It's alright. We're going to leave it like that for now. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys each 3 Post-its. And during the story, I'll explain to you what a connection is.
Do you know what a connection is?
What's a connection?
Connection is like something that's similar to something else.
So when you hear a text-to-text connection, what do you think it means?
It's probably saying it's the same thing, or
Like
it's probably
you're
trying to
texting
compare something.
or something. Like you're texting to other people.
Right.
You're
Or
talking.
you're trying to compare something.
So text-to-text. So if I read a story and I'm like, and I say, you know, oh, this reminds me of another story I read.
Oh,
And
it's
this-
to give you clues.
Right. All right. Let's see if the Post-its down for me. Yeah. So text-to-text is something that relates to another story. What do we think a text-to-self connection is? Yeah.
A text to self connection, we think like if you heard a story that is kind of like
You can't see it because there goes the camera right there. Oh shoot, I set my finger. Move your face.
I leave the iPad alone. Yeah, that's right.
I had
So
to
text-to-self
see.
is when you relate it to yourself. You hear something in the story and you relate it to yourself. And a text-to-world, you know, text-to-world is when, I'm just going to tell you so we can start the story. Text-to-world is when you're reading the story and you think about something that happened in, like, the world. Maybe a current event that you read about or something like that. Alright, so we're going to read this, and as we're reading, I found a few connections of my own. So as we're reading, I want you guys to each find one to put here, and then when we have about 5 minutes left, we're going to take the Post-its, back up please. We're going to take the Post-its and put them on there, alright? So as we're reading, I want you each to find one and remember which one it is, okay? Oh, that's you. Okay, has anyone ever read this book before?
No.
Yeah?
I read it.
Okay, it's called Mirandy and Brother Wind. If you want to move over there, you can, so you can see. You good?
No,
Okay.
not you. You can.
I already read that story.
All right, well, we're just going to read it again, just so we can make some more connections, okay? So remember, think of those 3 and write them down at any point in the story, okay? Can everyone see?
Yes.
Okay. Swish, swish. It was spring, and Brother Wind was back. He come high-stepping through ridgetop, dressed in his finest, and trailing that long, silvery wind cape behind him. Swish, swish, swish. See, I made a connection on this page. I will tell you about it. Sure wish Brother Wind would be my partner at the junior cakewalk tomorrow, say Mirandy, her face pressed against the cool cabin window. Then I'd be sure to win. Ma Dear smiled. There's an old saying that whoever catches the wind can make him do anything, do their bidding. I'm going to, said Mirandy, and she danced around the room, dipping, swinging, turning, wheeling. This is my first cakewalk, and I'm going to dance with the wind. Okay, so I made a connection saying that I used to catch fireflies. She is trying to catch the wind, and I used to catch fireflies. So what kind of connection is that? What is it?
it's a kind of connection like
I used to catch fireflies.
like you're catching.
Me too. I used to try.
And catching the
So if I'm relating this to myself, that would be a
Take 2 self.
self good because I'm relating it to myself. So I'm going to put it up here just for now.
Who did
All right? And I
that?
want you guys to come up with a lot of your own connections, okay? All right. When the sky turned morning pink, Mirandy set out to capture Brother Wind. Grandma Beasley was out back feeding her chickens when Mirandy came up asking all excited, "Do you know how to catch Brother Wind? I want to make him be my partner at the cakewalk tonight." Grandma Beasley studied on the notion, "Can't nobody put shackles on Brother Wind, child. He'd be special. He'd be free." Mirandy asked her neighbors the same question, but nobody seemed to have an answer.
Can I see you too?
Yeah, do you want to move over here?
Yes, come over here.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, too.
That's right.
Come over there, move over here. Come right there.
Yeah, you can move somewhere between them if you want. Okay?
Well, somebody got to move over.
You can sit right there. Okay, we're going to keep reading. You have 3 Post-its, so you can make one for each, okay? I'm going to get him yet, she said, turning round and round in the
I
yard.
can't see.
Alright, you guys are good. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm okay now.
Okay, everyone good?
Yes, ma'am.
I used to get butterflies.
Okay, guys, come on. I'm going to keep reading because we don't have much time. Get who? She didn't even have to look around to know it was that clumsy boy Easel. It's good. You can sit right there.
I do.
Okay. She didn't even have to look around to know it was that clumsy boy Easel. Miranda didn't answer, but walked toward the road. Easel came too, walking backward to face her. She was sure to trip any minute, and he did. Why you been asking everyone how to catch the wind? My dear told me whoever catch the wind can make him do their bidding. I want him to be my partner at the cakewalk tonight. But I thought after a moment, Easel flashed his good-natured smile. His eyes sparkled like sun glints on Branch water. He said, what do you think Orlando would say if I asked her to be my partner? Orlando? Skinny Orlando? Ask her and find out, said Randy, and she strutted away. At the corner store, Mr. Jessup told Mirandy that a great aunt of his from Ypsilanti, Mississippi, said to put black pepper in Brother Wind's footprints. That would make him sneeze. While he's busy sneezing, slip up behind and throw a quilt over him. Mirandy rushed home and got the black pepper mill and one of Ma Dear's quilts. Wasn't long before Brother Wind came strolling through the meadow. His wind cape hovered gentle-like over the grasses. Sneaking up behind him, Mirandy commenced to grinding pepper. Then she threw the quilt, but whoosh, Brother Wind was gone. Do you see any other connections?
No.
Text to world, text to text?
Yes,
Anyone see a text to text?
I
What's a
do.
text to text?
Text
Do you have one? Do you have one?
I got one.
Yeah?
I got one.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah? Alright, we'll write it down. Text to
I got
text.
text.
What's a text to text?
I used to catch butterflies.
Yeah? That's a text itself because you're relating it to yourself.
I
A lot of you
don't
have butterfly ones.
know.
Let's
Oh, I
look
know.
at, because you guys have a text to
I know.
self now. Think of other books. Yeah?
Oh,
Well, write it down. If you have one, write it down.
Oh, and I.
all right, fast.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. You can write it as I'm reading. Mirandy was still sneezing when she told Easel what happened. I could have told you the wind don't leave footprints. He says he milked the family cow. He was sure to spill some, and he did. Mirandy sneezed again. Did you ask Orlando about being your partner? She said, changing the subject. Sure did. And she said, I don't care what you said, Mirandy interrupted, and rushed away. Following the creek downstream, Mirandy came to Miss Poinsettia's whitewashed cottage. Talk had it that Miss Poinsettia wasn't a for-real conjure woman like the ones in New Orleans. But didn't nobody mess with her, just in case talk was wrong. Miss Poinsettia welcomed Mirandy inside. Your people don't approve of conjure. Why you come here, she said. Mirandy figured if Miss Poinsettia was up on her conjure, she ought to know why. Not wanting to appear sassy, she answered, I need a potion to help me catch Brother Wind, so he'll be my partner at the cakewalk. The woman shook her head. Then she switched over to a cupboard, her jewelry jingling and jangling, and the colorful scarves sewn to her dress fluttering about. In a quick minute, she returned with an old book. Mirandy put the words in her head as Miss Poinsettia read them. I'm ever grateful, said Mirandy, but all I have as payment are my Christmas and birthday nickels. Consider me well paid if you wear these when you dance tonight, and I guarantee you'll be the prettiest girl there. And Miss Poinsettia gave Mirandy 2 of her see-through scarves. Yeah?
I got a text to text.
You have a text to text? Alright, we'll save it. We're going to put it up after.
Oh, he
Another
was
minute or
hard.
two, okay?
I forgot what a text is.
text to text is if I'm reading the story and you're like, that reminds me of another book I read. And then you write that down. You write what's the same about it, okay?
This is Brother William.
All right, give me another minute. We're going to read another